Hi y'all, welcome back to my YouTube. Please ignore that it's been, I think, over 2.5 months since I posted. Just ignore that. This is the first video on my YouTube all about my pride flag series that I do on TikTok. This is one of the most viral series that I do. I have so much fun with it, turning the pride flags into makeup looks. I've already done 2 looks on my TikTok, the lesbian flag and the OG pride flag. Roy G. Biv. This is really the first one that I'm feeling really proud of. The lesbian flag, I didn't commit, didn't have lashes, I didn't do a full look. I might redo it. I have less than half of the month left. So I'm gonna try my best to film as many as I can. Without further ado, I'm just gonna let this video speak for itself. Let's take it back. Let's start from the beginning. This is too much for me. Literally look at them. I changed tops. I did want to wear something more bisexual. I've been trying to get my setup to a place where I feel good about it, the lighting, everything, and I'm just not happy with it. It's an especially gloomy day. Like, there is no sunlight outside. I'm working with a desk lamp and a really cheap clip-on light, but I still want to film. I feel like it looks cozy. Cozy up in here together with the girls, Maggie, Momo. I'm 100% starting with the eyes because I've got a really small idea of what I want to do in my head, and it's going to be pretty time consuming, and also there might be some fallout. Whenever I know I'm going to be taking a long time on my eyes, I want to do them first because that way my base, my foundation is super fresh right at the end. I'm not touching my hands all over it. We are starting with the brows. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Volumizing Tinted Brow Gel. I'm in the shade medium brown. I've always been medium brown ever since like 2015, and I started using their products. I know it looks like what I'm doing right now is a lot, and it is. We're gonna have such a bold, dramatic look. I'm thinking, oh my God, what am I doing? I'm just going crazy over here. I need to relax, start over. Not off to a great start. I've always been a big tinted brow gel hater. I wouldn't reach for them because I don't really find that I need extra hair or like the volumizing. Brows tend to be my least favorite thing to do on my face. I don't know why. I tend to just leave them alone and it looks better that way. Brush through the product with a spoolie. No, it looks crazy now, but by the end of my makeup, you won't notice that they're so intense and dark. What are y'all's favorite and least favorite part of your makeup? Definitely leave a comment below. Tell me, because I find it so fascinating that people love to do their brows. Using the Hourglass Vanish Concealer. This is shade Cotton. I'm gonna carve out my eyebrows using a flat synthetic brush. The trick with concealing your brows and your eyelid is to not place it on any hair. It's gonna make it look really textured and not have the effect that you want, that sharp, seamless kind of vibe. I have spent years not doing my brows because I was a victim to the 2016-2017 brow pomade epidemic that swept this good nation. Swung the pendulum in the opposite direction because I just kind of stopped doing my brows. I want to create a brow routine that I love, that I feel confident with. So I'm definitely gonna bring y'all along with me while I do that. I'm filling in the rest of the lid with the Hourglass concealer as well. This is such a great concealer for eyeshadow. A bigger concealer brush and just lightly stamp out that line I created. Still gonna be a nice sharp line, but it won't be as harsh. I think all of the shades that I'm gonna need are in this palette. This is the Juvia's Place Culture palette. One of my most used colorful palettes. Starting with the shade Shakir. Gorgeous bright blue. The bisexual flag has blue, purple, and pink. Gorgeous colors, gorgeous flag. I'm gonna start with the blue. The Shakir color from Juvia's Place. A very small idea in my head for what I wanna do. I'm not entirely sure if it's gonna work out. We're gonna plunge ahead, really light hand. And I'm building up a wing that is gonna be sort of curly, pointed more upwards than I normally go. I'm gonna start taking this inward on my crease. I'm not gonna start that up here. I'm going to keep it low right where my crease begins. Begin creating like an inward little spiral. That's hot. Already seeing my vision come to life. I'm gonna go in with a Q-tip Really try and clean as I go to avoid wasting time. Blend it down across the lash line. Sick! Sick! Is working out the way that I wanted to. That never happens. Normally I have to course correct. So now we've got purples, pinks to play with. I've got another Juvia's Place palette. This is the number 2. Look at that color. That is way more the bisexual flag. Delta from the Juvia's Place 2 palette. Deepen up this shade. Definitely gonna put a little sparkle in there. Should I do it now? No. I'm just trying to think about what I want to do now. That looks so good and I almost don't want to mess it up. Now I have a bright pink and a purple to add in. Keep it kind of simple. Going in with xoxox, beautiful rich purple. I'm going to start blending this blue into the purple. Pink and blue are the much more predominant shades. That purple blended into the blue beautifully. I have no idea how to say this. I'm really sorry. Azobi? Azobi? Azoebi? It's a very muted purple. I find this color to be so sexy. Slowly start buffing out this little V. Taking a clean blending brush. I'm gonna really soften the edge of that purple I just laid down. And for the hot pink, I'm using Kobo from the Culture One palette. And I am going to attempt to make a pretty thick inner corner, but I will be finishing that out once I finish out the base. I really cannot conceal around my inner corner that well. I'm gonna start the blend into the purple. I think I'm gonna clean up the eye. I wanna do a little bit of icy, silvery glitter up in there. And I have a gorgeous shade, Swankified. This shade is insane. It's from the Rem Beauty Wicked palette, which I dip into all the time. My girlfriend bought me this palette. Start placing this inside this little swirly guy. It doesn't leave too bad of a cast, so I feel like I can put that in there. I'm gonna add a little bit of silver, but once I hit the side, hit it to the side, I feel really bad, but I'm having so much fun. I'm experimenting. I've been playing with some products that I normally don't use on camera, and I normally don't use at all because I can't use them on camera. I don't think that this brand sells products anymore. I don't think this brand exists anymore. They sent glitter, eyeshadow, brushes, lipstick. They sent like so much product to me and I used it a lot when I first got it. So all of the glitter that's on my eye that I added is from It's Bill Cosmetics. Maybe you can find it in other places. I'm not seeing it online when I look for it. Any shimmers that y'all have to add into this look? I'm really liking this muted purple in the middle. And I'm gonna emphasize the pink on the lower lash line, and I think we're gonna be golden. I'm gonna pop on some mascara, do some lashes. I'm back into my lashes again. Y'all, it feels so good to wear lashes again and to like have a desire to put them on. This is the Calorie Come Hell or High Water mascara. I think this is a tubing mascara. It doesn't say that actually, but when it comes off in little tubes. So on my last few TikToks, I've gotten a lot of questions about my lashes. These are old. I got these off of Amazon like 2 years ago. Yawamaka. The full name is not listed here, but it says Eyelashes Russia ... Airs by Yawamaka. I'm gonna cut off the ends. Lash prep is just like the worst part about lashes. Love when I already have a pair of lashes already set up. Like I wore them the day before, ready to go. I think I am gonna go with a full, not just a half. This is a pretty bold, fun look we've got going on. While my eyelash glue is drying, I'm gonna pop on some brow bone highlight, really carve out the brows. I've gotta do this every look without fail. Hot, so hot. I'm gonna do an inner corner eyeliner moment. Oh, I cannot wait to get into this base. Whenever the eyes go this well, I know the base is going to be phenomenal. I'm starting with the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. Start getting my skin hydrated. My skin's been doing okay. I've been sort of anal retentive about my skincare routine because ever since adding in azelaic gel for my rosacea, you know, I've just been purging. Like this one, this was just like this. I already know that shit's gonna move across my chin. like a little comet. This is my Caloray So Blown Smoothing Primer. I use this to fill in my pores, press this into any texture. All of the Caloray products smell so good. It's crazy. Kosas Revealer Skin Improving Foundation. I'm in 160 Light Neutral. I'm gonna pack this into the Beauty Blender all the way into the surface. Normally I underpaint, but I said not today. I've been loving applying my foundation this way for a more natural coverage. I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Smooth Blur Contour. Chisel the cheekbones, the temple. I strayed away from cream contour for so long. I'm just back into a lot of the trends that I think used to be super popular. Because TBH, I miss how my makeup used to look. Like, I feel like it used to look better. There's always makeup trends coming out. There's always something new happening. Try new techniques or new layering or new products. I find this contour to be so beginner friendly. If you are someone who's kind of intimidated by cream contour, I think this is one to grab because it blends out really effortlessly. It's not as light coverage as like the Charlotte Tilbury one, or I think some of these wand ones that come out in the sponge applicators. Gorgeous contour. Look at that. For blush, I'm going Ultra Pink. This is the Rare Beauty Lucky shade. I'm gonna start with a brush and then move to a beauty blender just to retain some of the pigment. Tippy tops of my cheekbones. Back in with that brush. I'm gonna keep this brush on deck because after my powders, I'll be able to use this to slightly stipple back on some pigment. Milk Makeup 10W is one of my favorite shades of concealer that I use for my base. This is very skin-like for me, very natural. I like using this with no makeup looks. Oh my God, I always forget to blend out my lip contour. This looks so natural. Just looks like a shadow. I actually bought this shade myself. They sent me 2 shades and both of them were a little light. I love to use them for brightening. This is a shade that I got in Sephora when I shade matched myself. I'm always better at shade matching in person, so hard online. Really stamp in this shade, I'm using a foundation brush and I'm gonna use a concealer brush for the brightening shade. How do y'all feel about blending out your makeup with brushes versus beauty blenders? I feel like beauty blenders have their purpose, their time and their place. I love them. When I do my entire look with a beauty blender, it just doesn't come out as full coverage glam. When I use brushes, it really starts to look like what I want it to look like. My girlfriend is making me dinner tonight and she's asking me what I want to eat and I don't know. I have a really hard time deciding what I want to eat every single day. I kind of want to use my Kosas concealer. One end. This is one of the lightest shades. I'm going to use this to really brighten that inner corner. All the high points that I want to emphasize. Hourglass concealer brush. I'm definitely a creature of habit. I'm someone who uses the same products in my routine over and over again, and I think sometimes products fall through the cracks. These Kosas concealers, I love them. I don't use them enough. I'm gonna take my beauty blender and run over everything. Let's set the face down before moving on to the next step. This is my Caloray Surf Proof Setting Spray. Which I'm almost out of. I'm excited to buy some new drugstore makeup. I feel like I've worked through a lot of the products that brands have been sending me. A little bit of One Size translucent setting powder. I'm really prepping the brush. I'm gonna set down my eyes with just a small layer of powder first. And you can see the difference. My under eye without powder, and this is my under eye with. Doing this before baking so I can really make sure that there are no skips, no weird patching. It's like priming my face for the powder. And then I am going to bake. So I take the powder and I press it into the beauty blender. That's a lot, but remove the excess, really reinforce the powder into the beauty blender. That way, again, there's no extra powder. Little beady on the nose. Underneath my cheekbone and carve out that contour and bronzer, which I blend out when I'm kind of putting the bronzer back onto my face. An important step for me. My makeup looks kind of sloppy when I don't do these little baking steps. Really pump up the powder underneath the eye right here. Last little thing for setting the face down, this Wet n Wild Bare Focus clarifying finishing powder. Love a good finishing powder. They're very thin, light formulas, meant to be placed on top of powder. I love this powder. Look how much that lifts my cheekbone. Using a Sigma bronzer and a Sigma brush, this will help disperse that line that I created. Some of the final steps of the makeup where I start to really see it come together. Bronze this whole chest down. This is the Sigma matte bronzer in medium. I feel like back in the day, all you heard about was Sigma eyeshadows, Sigma brushes. Now they're not really on the scene, but they sent me a ton of stuff last year. I literally love all of it. So they're still that girl, that brand still. The marketing just needs help. I have this Juvia's Place blush duo, hot pink. Everything they do is pigmented. I'm going to take this nice and slow, more on the apples of my cheeks, less high up here, around the edges. And then I'm gonna use that lighter shade in the palette as well to soften it out. Will I regret a third blush? I don't know. I really want to add my Kosas blush. This has just been the topper that I want to add on everything. The Kosas blush is life. Can't do a pink cheek without adding this. In total, 4 blushes, which, okay, is not that big of a deal. Setting spray now that I'm done with all of the powders. Literally unreal. Using the same highlight that I used on my brow bone, this is the Fenty Kilowatt Duo Highlighter in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. Bright shimmer and then like a pearlescent highlight on the other side. It's my favorite highlighter, probably of all time. Onto the lower lash line. I don't have any gel eyeliners or pencil eyeliners to put in my lash line. A lot of gel eyeliners irritate my eyes so bad. I'm going to put a little bit of concealer and then I'm going to pack the shade that I want in there. Whew. Blending that pink down as well. Use the same blush topper from Kosas to blend out my under eye. Really gonna make it just glow. This baked formula is stunning. That is gorgeous. Never been able to do inner corner wing like that. Right underneath that black wing, line it with some pink. Let's do the freaking lips. I want to be done with the eyes, and so I am. I want to go pretty nude. Just keep it simple, considering we have this insanely glam eye. Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil. I'm not going to be harsh though with the lines. I like to really put down the pressure with this liner and give me like a bold, cool tone line. I can also use it just to slightly contour. Anastasia Beverly Hills Hush Pink Matte Lipstick. I don't always reach for bullet lipsticks. Probably my favorite combo for lips is a lip liner and a bullet lipstick. I love a gloss, but I hate how much I have to reapply. I love throwing on a lipstick and knowing that she'll be with me throughout the day. Tiniest bit of concealer left over on my hands right here, right in the center. That's it, that's it, that's it. I'm done. Oh my God, I'm exhausted. I'm literally wiped. People say this shit isn't hard. Okay, it's not hard. I'm having the time of my life filming for y'all. It's not hard at all, but my back, like I gotta get some better support up in here because, ooh. I am not 19 anymore, you know what I'm saying? Like sitting here and after 2.5, 3 hours, I'm like exhausted. I feel hot as, whenever I challenge myself to be a little bit more creative than normal, like don't do the average look. Don't just do a basic smoky eye or basic cat eye or halo. I obviously want to try some new looks, some new things. This is not a new shape for me. I love these kinds of little spirally shapes. Don't often do inner corner eyeliner. That's really new for me. And I love the lips. I think the lips pair beautifully with the look. Most of the time I'm unhappy with the lip combo. Hi Maggie. Please let me know in the comments below what flag you are, what flag you resonate with the most, or what your favorite flag is if you aren't queer, or what your favorite flag is aesthetically. On my first YouTube video, every single view meant so much to me. Every comment meant so much to me. Y'all showed the fuck up. I saw you. I cannot wait to get into so much more with y'all on this account. I'm gonna film some PR really soon. I cannot wait. If y'all could see the PR that I have, just wait, hold on, look. All of this is PR. All of that is PR that I have been meaning to unbox. But on camera, just because I'm really bad about that, I often just open up the boxes and start using them. That is coming to this channel as well really soon. I'm gonna link my previous videos for y'all so you can check those out if you haven't. Thank you for being here. I love you. Until the next time we get to see each other.